What's good, fans? Thank you guys for tuning in to the Voice of the Fans podcast. This is your man Cam on location. Feel like I have been on location every day this year, every episode this year, because I'm up here in the Northwest. Still up here, unseasonably warm Northwest, I might add. There's some little hints of humidity in the air. It's been really warm here in the last few weeks. Haven't even been instance of rain. It rained one day, It did rain one day last week, but that's in the last 4 weeks, it's only been one day of rain up here in Seattle. And it's been hot and humid. There's some 90-degree weather coming up here in this weekend. So it's been pretty nice up here as far as weather goes up here in the Northwest. And I thank you guys for tuning into the Voice of the Fans podcast this episode. If you guys have been with me for a little while, you guys have seen this before. For some of those new visitors, watchers, listeners, however you're consuming the show, tune into this right here.
Am I speaking to right now?
Cameron.
My name is Cameron.
Cam Buford. Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg. I'm hanging on my man Cameron Buford.
You got some good questions today.
I'm a Dolphin fan.
There's always room for improvement.
I'm more a fan of boxing. Boxing is my main sport.
All we want to see every year are the best two mothers getting in the ring and getting on.
I got some of this for you.
Goodness. For me?
Yeah, just for you.
Think about it like this: the promoter pays the fighter, the fighter pays the manager.
Okay.
So the manager works for the fighter, and the fighter works
for the promoter. Okay. So you are lifting weights currently?
No. When he said it's easier to score in the NBA versus Europe, did you agree with them?
To me, it's easy to score all over the world.
Can I finish? Do you want me to speak or do you want to conduct the interview and answer for me? Which one?
What do you think about the
Aaron, like I was saying before.
Aaron, what has the game of baseball taught you?
One of the biggest things is being humble.
Can you give a message to the kids to kind of persevere through the false teachings they may be giving?
Patience.
Okay.
Patience.
As the show Voice of the Fans continues to evolve.
Come on, you were adding some spice to it.
It is strictly banter back and forth between myself and Cameron Buford.
I enjoy all of it.
The real ones know what's going on, right?
Never mind.
Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape, and then you tell me if it was all about just a system.
You look like a buffoon.
Go do your research. Go do your study.
I'm not caught up to you guys yet. I do know.
I'm real surprised at that, Ken.
Hey, give here. It's okay. It's okay. You are okay.
Oh, this guy.
That's what's good in sports, man. It's the big Snoop Dogg, man.
That's what's good in sport.
Thank you for making our voice your choice.
If you haven't told your girlfriend about the show, tell her about the show. If you haven't told your boyfriend about the show, tell him about the show. If you haven't told your cousin, your uncle, your grandfather about the show, let everybody know about the Voice of the Fans podcast.
Hey, man, thanks for making our voice your choice. You know how we do.
Give yourself a round of applause, fam, for sticking with the show for all these years, man. I really appreciate the love. If you have it in your heart, check out the voiceofthefans.org website, voiceofthefans.org website. At the bottom of the front page, there is a QR code for you to make any donations. We accept all donations of any size. Go ahead and do that. I'd appreciate that very much. Hit that subscribe button and like button if you're a visitor. If you're a continued listener of the show, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Also, if you're new to the show, hit that subscribe button and like button. Also, hit that share button if you enjoyed this content. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the Voice of the Fans podcast. This is your man Cam, and let's jump right into it, man. It's the NFL season just weeks away. Can you believe it? Are you ready for it? With that being said, we had some real football games going on. Now they don't count for anything, but there were real legitimate football games going on. And so that was a pleasure in itself, right? To turn on the TV and see some live action or some live football action and guys playing for their livelihood, guys playing for the jobs. That was pretty cool. So I want to look at some of the things. The first thing I was paying attention to last week, outside of seeing Shedeur Sanders and how he performed in his debut, I wanted to see the Sony Hawkeye system, how that worked. What you guys think about that Hawkeye system? Did you guys think that worked? Was that cool? You tell me. How do you guys think that Hawkeye system worked? Do you want to see more of it? I tell you this. Oddly enough, I want to see the linemen, the chain gang come onto the field. Oddly enough, I want to see that. That's something. Oddly enough, I want to see the linemen and the chain gang come on the field. That's something that I actually want to see. Give you an idea where the ball is, how close they got to get it, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I think an idea, and I know somebody from the NFL listening. If not, you guys can relay this message or steal it for your own idea. Is they bring the chain gang out just for the pomp and circumstances because they're there on the sideline. Might as well have them do something. They're there. Bring the chain gang out, show us the spot, and simultaneously as they're measuring the spot, they kind of highlight it. The TV's already going to highlight the spot, but then you put up in the upper right corner and the upper left corner, wherever you want to do it on your TV screen, you put what that measurement is, how far they're away from it, how close they are, how far over it they are. So we get to see that Hawkeye system in action versus just watching. We're looking at for the last couple of football games I've seen, we're looking at the line judges and trying to guesstimate where that ball is. The ball's in the middle of the court or middle of the field. It looks like a timeout. It's a TV timeout, and they're just trying to measure it up. Show us what you guys are doing. Have the chain gang again. You have us captivated. Have the chain gang come out to the field. Have the chain gang measure it off just like they would normally. If we can clearly see that it's a first down, it's a first down. Obviously, mark it a first down and keep going about our business. If it's short by a little bit, instead of the ref putting his two fingers together and say a little bit, show us the distance with the Hawkeye system. That's what I would like to see. And use the Hawkeye system not as all and out measurement system. Use it as an accoutrement to what we already have. Because I still want to see the chain gang come out on the field. That's football. We've been watching that for 40 years. Come on now, cut it out. Fans, I love football first and foremost. As a person who likes growth and development, the aspect of going to practice and working hard, and I think this is what fans may not understand or fans may not fully comprehend, is this is when you win the hearts and minds of your teammates. This is a time that when they see you making plays on a football field, when some of the starters and veterans don't even want to be out there, and they see you laying down a hard hit, they see you causing a fumble, they see you making a tackle, they see you breaking a run, they see you catching a pass, they see you blocking a punt or field goal. This is when you gain their attention. This is when you gain your teammates' attention. This is when you gain your teammates' focus. So I'm good with the free agency, or not free agency. I'm good with the training camp games. I know sometimes it's a little hard for watch for you, not novice. I'm not going to call you guys novice fans, but some of the fair weather fans or the fans that are on a spectrum who don't really come to watch the game. They come to the football game to enjoy the party and the libations around it. There's no problem with that as well. But during preseason games, you should be looking for players who jump out on the field for you, jump out on the screen for you. These are the guys who's likely going to be making the teams. You should be watching for these guys playing for their lives. The third string safety, he made this maybe his second or third year preseason. It's not like summer league where if you're in the summer league in your second year, there's trouble. If you're in the summer league in your third year, yeah, you're a journeyman. In preseason NFL, you see players coming back after 2 years out the league. You see retired players trying to take another swing at it. You see a majority of players out of college wanting to put some good film on tape or good plays on tape, good plays on film, either way you want to look at it. So when you see a Teddy Bridgewater performing in preseason, you're like, he should be. He's a veteran. He knows his game. Where you see Jarrett Stidham, about time for Carolina Panthers, about time you shine. But what you want to, what I'm looking for to see Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shock, see how they see that fight for a QB spot. They're playing for a position. They're playing for the position of a lifetime. Starting quarterback in the NFL. We all dreamt of doing that. We all dreamt of making that last play of the first half, last play of the game, and you throw the touchdown pass. We all dreamt of that. Come on now. These guys are playing for their spot in their football. Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shock, somebody's got to win the job. There's no veteran there like in Cleveland where they know it's going to be Joe Flacco. One of these young dudes are going to earn a spot of their lifetime. That's an interesting thing. That's interesting enough to watch some preseason football. Then we have, as I mentioned, Joe Flacco leading the group of the quarterback locker room in Cleveland, which has 4 quarterbacks. I think Kenny Pickett's the odd man out. Ultimately, I think they keep the 2 rookies. Whoever performs best will be in preseason will be the number 2 quarterback. I've been saying it since he got drafted, and I'll say it again today. You can mark the tape, you can record it, you can come back at me, hit me up, however you like. But I think by week 6, Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I'll leave it at that, and we will revisit that because I'm sure somebody else feels that way. And like I say, starting week 1, the Flacco's on the clock. Not that Flacco's not a good quarterback, but Flacco's on the clock because either he gets hurt. Well, I think the only option is he gets hurt or he stinks up the joint. There's one of the two. Either he gets hurt or he stinks up the joint. I don't see Flacco leading the Cleveland Browns to 15-1 record. There you go. So I think there's going to be room for Shedeur Sanders to get some reps, to get some starts in the season. Caleb Williams gets a start over the weekend. Caleb looks sharp, and he marched the team right down the field. That was somewhat impressive. That Bengals game was a shootout because they were just going back and forth. I saw Joe Burrow play into the second quarter. Getting some reps with the young guys. I like that move. What did you guys think of Joe Burrow playing into the second and third or second quarter of their preseason game with not even with the starters, with the second teamers? I thought that was a good job of coaching, because he needs to get used to it. You want to see what he can do or what they can do with the number 1 quarterback. You've been seeing them throw to catching passes on the second and third team. Now with the first team, what can they do? They might actually find a player or 2. So I like the philosophy. Let's apply some more focus on defense. But, Joe Burrow's a beast. So if Joe Burrow can go out here and score 40 points a game, the defense only has to be okay. It only has to be okay. That's what they're saying. That's the threshold, is just be okay. Let Joe Burrow go to work. What do you guys think about that? That's the idea. That's what should be happening. That's the mindset in Cincinnati, I would think. Jackson Dart led the Giants to an impressive win over the Jets in his home debut. How long? That was an immediate question as soon as they signed Russell Wilson. Is how long is Russell the starter for the New York Giants? Some say I've got some people say 16 games. I got some people say 6 games. What do you think? hit me up in the chat at _ voice of the fans on Twitter, at _ voice of the fans on Twitter, or hit me up in the chat on HMB Media or on YouTube, or Voice of the Fans on YouTube. Either one. I'm interested to know from you, how long will Russell Wilson be the starter as the New York Giants? It was Jackson Dart's performance this past weekend so impressive that you have to accelerate his start time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Once again, this is your man Cam with the Voice of the Fans podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know. What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about Jackson Dart being the starting quarterback for the New York Giants? What do you think? Again, Teddy Bridgewater. We talked about Teddy Bridgewater, Jarrett Stidham standing out in their preseason games. The injuries the Packers had. Running back Lloyd goes down. Safety Brown suffers setbacks. Brown is hospitalized overnight. Tragic thing. We hate to see that for them. We have Cardinals offensive line. Freeland fractures his leg. Will miss extended time this season. The Bears cornerback Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon. They're nursing hamstrings. They're not as severe, so they'll be back possibly by week 1. So we have a lot of we have a lot of things going on, and team and fans. Thank you guys again for tuning into the Voice of the Fans podcast. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do this. This is totally unscripted, but it's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Is I wanted to do identify the winners and losers from each division. And I should have done this beforehand to kind of give it some more thought. But like I said, I've been already kind of thinking about it. And this preseason games, not a lot changes with the preseason games. These preseason games isn't changing. You know, even if Shedeur wants to go crazy, how much is he changing the outlook of the NFL? Even if some of these rookies come out of nowhere, how much are they changing the how much are they changing the NFL? I don't know. So I'm gonna go through these and I'm gonna identify my division winners in all 8 divisions in the NFL. My division winners right now. You guys ready? Ready? Here it goes. AFC East. I got the Bills winning that division. I think that's I dare I say fairly easily, but I got the Bills winning that division, fan. So when you hear an argument or something you disagree with, let me know because I want to know. I got the Bills winning the AFC East. And again, if you disagree, talk to me. Talk to me about it. I want to know. I want to hear what you got to say about it because how could you disagree with my picks? Honestly, I'm about a 69% pick rate percentage winner, so there's not room for much disagreement, fans, because I get it right. So again, here we go. AFC East, Buffalo Bills. AFC North, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. It's the Ravens. This is fairly easy. I doubt the Bengals have a 15-2 record because their defense isn't that good. Defense is going to cost them a couple games. They're better than Steelers. The Browns are looking for somebody. The Browns are going to be starting a rookie quarterback, or they should. AFC South, Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans. Texans are the best team. Can they shore up that offensive line? Does that help them? But Colts, Jaguars, Titans, they're about the same team, but the Texans are better than all of those. AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs till further notice. NFC East is too easy to say the Eagles. But when you think the Commanders, are they better than the Eagles? Probably not. If the Commanders had the Eagles receiving core, I'd be a little bit more excited about picking the Commanders. But the Commanders, even if they sign Terry McLaurin, I mean, that's one top 10 receiver. The Eagles have 2 of them. and they have Saquon. So Eagles, the Commanders aren't on the Eagles level. The Giants aren't on the Eagles level. The Cowboys aren't on the Eagles, Giants, or Commanders level. So I'm going Eagles in that division. NFC North, Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings. Woof, 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 woof. The monsters of the Midway. This is actually the toughest division of football. You got the Chicago Bears, who is got playing with a chip on their shoulder and looking like revenge, and they have the best offensive coordinator for the last couple of years on their team under wraps now. I think they're going to be in a good position to have a good season. I think the Detroit Lions, having a good, now they know it's like an NBA team who shot for 60, shot for the record, didn't get it, and then they just kind of gassed out. The Lions, they weren't shooting for a record, but they just kept winning until and when they finally got into a bloodbath like they did with the Niners, they just couldn't handle it. They just got beat up. So I think the Lions will learn from that. The Lions will probably lose a few more games. Some games that they should, some games that they shouldn't. Working on some things, kind of accepting where the situation at and fighting through it. Maybe dare I say, Jared Goff goes down and they're forced to start a young quarterback and see how he responds. So, they're going to lose a couple more games than they probably should, but they'll be a good team when it matters most in the playoffs. The Green Bay Packers, how will they get to the playoffs? They're going to get to the playoffs, but how will it be? Will it be a wild card? Will it be they have 14 wins? Who know? We don't know right now, but that would make this division so tough because the Vikings are the exact same way. We expect the Vikings to be in the playoffs, but are they going to be 15-1, or are they going to be 10-6 or 11-5? Because they are playing with a rookie quarterback as well. That we don't know. That makes it intriguing for this division. Whew, it's tough to pick a winner for this division. I'm going to pick the Green Bay Packers. I picked them last year. I'm going to pick them again. Detroit, I think the Detroit Lions will be right there. I think all of these teams can legitimately make the playoffs. Going to be very interesting to see, but I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. In the NFC South, Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are going to win this division. I don't think the Falcons are quite ready. I think the magnitude of their positioning may be too much for the quarterback. Well, I'm having a brain fart with Mr. Durag. I think I don't think he's ready yet. The Panthers aren't ready. The Saints they're going to start a rookie quarterback either way it goes. I'm going with the Buccaneers and Baker in this one. Final division, the NFC West. It's the Niners all day. The Cardinals aren't ready. The Rams, the Rams are going to be a good team. They get better as the season goes along. The Seahawks, who are the Seahawks? We don't know. Are they the team that shut out the Kansas City Chiefs just a couple of days ago? I don't know. I don't think so. Mahomes wasn't playing, but nonetheless, they put the smackdown on the Chiefs. Is that them? We'll have to wait and see. Winning the division, I got the San Francisco 49ers winning the NFC West. I'll give my playoff predictions, or run out the playoffs. I gave you my prediction of who division winners. I give my playoff predictions. Let's say a week before the season starts, so they'll be fresh in your mind. But thank you guys again for tuning in and checking that out. If you got any objections, do you have any objections? How could you have any objections? If you have any objections, hit me up in the chat. I'm here. I'm available. I'm reachable. I'm accessible. Let's chat about it. That's what we're here for. But I don't know how you could have any objections. That's a pretty strong list, isn't it, fellas, ladies? Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Voice of the Fans podcast. This is your man Cam. It is week 347 of this iteration of the Voice of the Fans podcast, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you can and you're willing, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithms. So go ahead, hit that like button. That's all I ask. I'm not asking you for anything else other than the energy to like and subscribe. Let's get that done, fans. Thank you guys. Looking into hoop, fans. Not a lot of hoop stories. Obviously, it's an off season. The NBA did unveil its a full slate of regular season games, including national broadcast games. Now, I didn't take time to go through the whole list, but what I did gather from it, fans, we're going to be. This isn't your grandpa's NBA anymore. It's not on NBC or ABC. It's not. It's going to be all over the place. Whether it's NBC Peacock, whether it's Prime Video, whether it's ABC or ESPN, NBA basketball is going to be played all over. It's going to be all over, and we're going to have to get used to it. And save our passwords and lock into these apps or however you watch them. But we're gonna have it's gonna be, you're gonna need a schedule. And you're gonna need to schedule an Excel spreadsheet to watch NBA basketball this season, because we don't know who's where, who's what, when is where, when is what. It's gonna be an interesting beginning of the season at least. Just like the NFL had to get used to fans had to get used to the games coming on Netflix and games coming on these other streaming services. NBA fans are going to have to do the same about right now, because the way their schedule is it's bananas the way they're starting out. What do we have? The Celtics. Joe Mazzulla. Did anybody see the picture of Joe Mazzulla on the airplane writing coach? And the guy caught a shot of him, and Joe Mazzulla gave him the death stare. I thought that was pretty interesting. But the Celtics are making moves. They signed Mazzulla to a multi-year extension. They traded George Yang to clear cap space. And they acquired Chris Boucher in return. They also completed a record-setting $6.1 billion franchise sale. Adam Silver, $6.1 billion. You don't think the owners want to split that up? $6.1 billion. You can get $7 billion for the Seattle Supersonics by bringing them back, or $7.5 billion. Think you might want to. The owners might want to be pushing for that. Miami trade Hayward Highsmith to Brooklyn and get under the luxury cap. Amir Coffee time. He joined the Milwaukee Bucks. He joined the Milwaukee Bucks after the best season with the Clippers. Coffee time. Joined the Milwaukee Bucks. Fans, how will you remember John Wall? He retires. He announced his retirement here recently. How will you remember John Wall? Overachiever, underachiever, great basketball player, okay basketball player. This is where some of our bias let in, fans. When it comes to John Wall, the first thing that's etched in my memory is like his 90-second do the Dougie dance he did before his rookie game when he was announced. That wasn't one of the most selfish, preposterous moments I've seen in an NBA player display. It was literally a 90-second dance he did when they announced his name before he runs out, to cheer, to celebrate the game with the rest of his fans or the rest of his teammates. That's just stuck in my head. And because of that, the image of John Wall, he never kind of erased that. And the image of John Wall, in my opinion, he's an underachiever. He didn't do nothing with the talent he had. Come on, cut it out. What's your thoughts of John Wall? Congratulations on his retirement. Sure made hundreds of millions of dollars. Just like his boy Gilbert Arenas. But both of them can go somewhere else. Fans, we what I like to do on my podcast, I like to talk about some historical events that's happened in the past. Also, I want to give a shout out real quick to Great American Casino on 14040 Interurban Avenue in Tukwila, Washington. Solid happy hour, solid wings. Check them out. They got a great deal. Likely where I'll be doing my fantasy football draft at 14040 Interurban Avenue South, Tukwila, Washington. Go down there, check the good people out. They're pretty cool. Like I said, they got good drinks. The bars, the bartender's excellent at the Great American Casino. Go check them out, and also check out their food specials. They do have, for you, all you poker players out there, they do have bonus free play. Sundays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Qualified players can receive up to $1,000 in free play. You get 2 winners every hour. Go down there, check them out. Again, that's Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You go down there. They're giving away $1,000 in free play. Somebody can win that. Qualified winners can get $1,000 in free play. So go check them out at the Great American Casino, 14040 Interurban South, Tukwila, Washington, 98168. Once again, fans, thank you guys for tuning in to the Voice of the Fans podcast. This is your man, Cam. One of the things we do, we like to go back in history, fans, just kind of give a history lesson to identify some of the pivotal moments in history that may have been forgotten in some cases. Nat Turner's rebellion began in Virginia. Turner, an enslaved preacher, led a revolt that became one of the most significant acts of resistance against slavery in U.S. history. That was August 21, 1831, Nat Turner. August 18, 1863, maybe this is 1963, James Meredith graduated from the University of Mississippi, becoming the first African-American to do so. His enrollment has sparked riots the year before, making landmark moment for desegregation in college. If you guys remember, he tried to go to school and it, cause riots just for a man trying to get an education. August 22, 1964, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Economic Opportunity Act. A key part of this war on poverty, it created programs like Head Start, Job Corps, with disproportionately benefited Black communities. Well, I mean, kind of late in the game, but better late than never. August, what do we have? Hurricane Katrina was this August 8th, I think it was 2008, if I remember correctly. My date is messed up, so I'm guessing right now. Hurricane Katrina began forming. Oh no, 725. This was 2008. Hurricane Katrina began forming, leading to most devastating natural disaster in U.S. history. The aftermath exposed deep racial disparities in emergency response and recovery. If you remember, everybody went to, not everybody, but those who could went to the New Orleans Superdome. Ugly scenes, guys. Ugly scenes. Ugly scenes. But that was a natural disaster. August 24, 1955, Emmett Till arrived in Mississippi just days before his brutal murder. His death was an open casket funeral meant to galvanize civil rights movement. September 23, 2000. Well, I got that. That's a wrong entry. Excuse me, fans. Fans, are you guys watching the WNBA this season? Are you guys watching WNBA games? Do you like WNBA games? I was at a WNBA game Sunday against the Storm versus Chicago. Detlef Shrimp was there. How many of you guys know who Detlef Shrimp is? Detlef Shrimp was there, former Seattle Supersonic. former. I mean, he played University of Washington Husky. He played on a few different teams. I think Portland Trailblazers as well. I want to say Milwaukee Bucks come to my mind, but I can't envision that. He played for several teams though. But I talked to Detlef and was like, "Detlef, why do you choose to come watch these games?" He's like, "Man, their basketball is exquisite, and it's a lot of it is their fundamentals. Because they're not high flyers, they got to play fundamental basketball, and that is a good brand of basketball that fans like to see. Clearly, one of the best, one of the greatest. He played at the highest level that Lestrom did. That's why he was there to see." The fundamentals of the game and the game being played at a high level, and what these girls do, I give them credit. They play as competitive as always, as everyone else. So it's been impressive, and I enjoy covering the WNBA. But how much of that are you guys watching of the WNBA? Hit me up in the chat. Hit me up on Twitter, at Voice of the Fans on Twitter. At _ Voice of the Fans on Twitter. Excuse me. At _ Voice of the Fans on Twitter. How much are you guys watching? Are you guys enjoying the WNBA? All right, fans. Everybody's looking forward to the Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez fight, September 13th. A lot of questions surrounding that fight. It's going to be a big Mexican contingent at the Allegiant Stadium for this fight. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of people coming out for Bud to say that Bud is the greatest. When Bud jumped up weight classes, he proved he can handle it. He proved he can handle anybody that comes in his direction. So he's going to have a nice tussle that night. I think he'll come out victorious. But what do you think? How do you think that fight's going to end? Canelo Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, versus Terrence Crawford. How do you see that fight ending? How do you see that fight playing out? I think that's the fight everybody's looking for. But after that, that's on September 13th in Las Vegas. Jake Paul is going to fight Tank Davis. I don't know if this is accurate. Let me check this out right now. I saw it come through earlier. I just didn't know how much validity I wanted to even breathe into this situation. Jake Paul and Tank Davis. Again, I'm not even sure how much energy I want to breathe into this decision, but I'm gonna go here right on the interweb and see what the interweb is saying about this. I'm gonna type in Paul versus, there it is, Paul versus Davis right there. I want to see what's happening. One will rise, one will fall. This is Netflix. Oh boy. This is on Netflix promoting this 8 hours ago. Jake El Gallo Paul versus Devontae Tate Davis, Friday, November 14th, Atlanta, Georgia, live on Netflix. What are we doing, fans? What are we doing here, fans? What are we doing here, fans? Are you guys interested in Jake Paul versus Tank Davis? This is real. I'm looking at it right now. This is real. I mean, Tank Davis. You couldn't find nobody else to fight, huh? I mean, go get your money. It's money. I don't want to say it's disgracing the boxing world. I don't want to say that, but is it? I think Jake Paul is probably 40 or 50 pounds bigger than Tank Davis, heavier than Tank Davis. He's 6'2", 6'3". Tank Davis is 5'5", 5'6". So he's a whole 6 inches. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here, boxing fans? What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it's going, man. But let's jump into this right here. Surprisingly, I got a Mariners minute. I have a Mariners minute that I want to talk about the Seattle Mariners. Surprisingly. The Seattle Mariners currently 68-60. They have a 53% winning percent, 531 winning percentage. They're plus 24 on the differentiator all season. They are 3-7 in the last 10 games, but they're only 4 games back. The Seattle Mariners and Cal Raleigh might add is leading the majors with 47 home runs. The Mariners are doing their thing as a collective right now. You got to give it up to Cal Raleigh leading the major leagues in home runs as a catcher, something no other catcher has done. Shout out to Cal Raleigh. Shout out to the Seattle Mariners for it being this late in August and them being above 500. I'm slightly impressed. Let's see what they do in the playoffs, but shout out to the Mariners. So I had something good to say about the Mariners for the first time in 3 years, I think it is. Shout out to the Mariners for having positioned themselves in the playoffs, and there were buyers in the free agency. That was another impressive move. So Hawks to the Mariners for getting it done. Fans, as always, I want to just talk sports with you guys. Wish I had some more interaction from you guys. You guys hit me up on the text throughout the week. Hit me up in the chat throughout the week. Hit me up during the show so we can have a live show, a very interactive show. But I want to give you this message. The message I want to leave you guys with tonight is don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep moving. Sam Levinson. As long as you keep moving, fans, and you don't look at the clock, you keep your mind occupied, you don't need to look at the clock. When you all heard the saying, when you do, time flies when you're having fun. We all heard that saying. When you do what you do, have fun doing what you do. Don't look at the stop clock. Enjoy, do a deep dive into what you're doing. Enjoy the day, and before you know it, the day will be over. But fans, I want to thank you guys for tuning into the Voice of the Fans podcast. This is your man Cam. We got football season coming right around the corner. Let's. I know if you're not excited, I'm excited. If you're not excited, I'm excited, fans. Thank you guys for tuning into the Voice of the Fans podcast. This is your man Cam. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button, and also share this podcast with your friends, your family, your loved ones, anybody in your world that likes sports. This show for them. Hit us up during the week at _Voice of the Fans on Twitter. At _Voice of the Fans on Twitter. Thank you guys for tuning into the Voice of the Fans podcast. Send any questions, concerns, comments, complaints at _Voice of the Fans on Twitter. At _Voice of the Fans on Twitter. Thank you guys. I'll holler at you soon. As always, thank you guys for making our voice your choice. Later.